So I got 2 pans working. I'm gonna do my salmon. I'm gonna do my salmon in this pan, and I'm gonna do the shrimp and the scallops in that pan. I got some mushrooms here, some cremini mushrooms that I'm gonna slice up. I got some white onions, and they're just some red onions just to throw in something extra in the pot. Olive oil. I bet you think I wouldn't have used up all of that stuff in there, but look, I did. So while these are getting hot, pour some oil in here too. Get the oil hot. I'm gonna quickly slice up the mushrooms and the onions. And the mushrooms and onions are basically gonna be just sauteed at the end to just kind of top the seafood off. Okay. I'm gonna cut the stove off. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. I'm gonna cut it off for a minute. And just slice up the onions real quick. It's the same way I did for the salad, that's all. I don't have to cut it quite as small though. I'm gonna put them aside in my bowl. We're not gonna really cook these until the end, but I wanna have them ready already. And I did check the pound cake. It's not quite there yet. And like I said, that thing takes a little while. Because there is no baking powder, no baking soda, but it's gonna be a real nice, dense, rich, moist, delicious cake. So it does take some time, but it's well worth it. Okay. I'm gonna slice each mushroom in about 4 pieces. Alright, I'm believing that one day I'm going to have a kitchen with a big old aisle in the center and a nice stove sitting right in the center and the counter going all the way across the top. So when I'm doing this for you, I don't have to move anything. Twist, turn, just it'll be done. And that's it, just the mushrooms and the onions. And we're going to saute those up a little bit later. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to put the cutting board aside and we're going to start working on searing these bad boys up. That's it. Alright then, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to start with the salmon first. Just scrape off a little bit. The same oil or drippings from the seafood is what I'm going to use to toss the onions and mushrooms in a little later. I'm going to put it skin side down in the pan first. Okay, so while the salmon is working, it's actually almost ready to turn, I'm going to go ahead and put the scallops in this pan. It's not a lot of them. I only did 10. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Get that out of the way so they could be cooking. And remember to save the dripping, the marinade. Okay, so we definitely don't want overcooked salmon, so I'm going to take that out. Okay. And we're going to add some more to the pan. Now these scallops are going to be working for a little bit because you see how thick they are. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more salmon to the pan. I'm not going to add any more oil right now. Of course, once again, skin side down. Not ready to turn yet. You never have to force seafood. When it's ready to turn, it will turn. So just give it a little nudge. If it's not coming up, leave it alone. I'm gonna let it be for a minute while I flip these salmon. Okay then, so I'm gonna flip the scallops. Hey, stop it. Feel free to grab a fork or a tongue or something. I think I've been working in the kitchen so long that my hands have become kind of, I don't want to say immunity because I'll feel it, but I guess I can take a little more than the average person. So, okay, so the scallops are done. I'm using a spoon to take them out just because it's easier. I'm going to put them right here on the side. The reason why I'm not keeping this on heat, of course, is because it's seafood and I don't want it to be completely overdone, so I don't want it to be overdone at all. So if I need to stick them in the oven and bring them back up to temp real quick, I will. But for now, I'm going to keep them off the heat. Put them aside. Now I have the shrimp. Got the fire already on. And these are some jumbo shrimps, and all I did was I took the tail off, and then I just slid them down. I didn't completely butterfly them. I just kind of slid them down the center. So you're going to put them down in the pan just like that. I didn't like completely do a butterfly, but I like the way when they're kind of partially open like that, so it looks nice on the salad. So, but I didn't want to spread all the way out like they're making butterfly shrimp, so just kind of like that. You know, with shrimp, you're just basically cooking it until it gets that nice little pink, opaque look to it. I'm not trying to get any grill marks or anything like that. And basically just try to fit them in the pan, so that's good for now. I'm going to cook about a minute or two and then flip them over. Okay, so this is the last of the salmon. I'm going to take it out. Notice I kind of scattered my few lone scallops all over the place. And I'm going to cut off this pan right here real quick until I need it again. And just use my hand and kind of flip the shrimps over. That's all. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm going to get something else to do that. I'm feeling it now. Alright, our cake is done, I'm sure. We'll test it anyway. See how the cake looks nice and crumbly up here? That's done. That's the melted chocolate. And that's me tasting it. Don't worry about the fact that it looks dark. This one's just going to cook up a little darker than the others because of the chocolate. Alrighty. I'm going to put this on the counter. I'm going to let it cool. Not for long. Give it about 5 minutes before I take it out of the pan. Okay. Shrimp time. These shrimps are just about ready to come out. So I'm going to do it like that. I don't have any lobster today, but if you want to make it a complete seafood fiesta, you can get you some lobster, some clams, whatever you want to get. I didn't want anything that had any too much shells to deal with though, because we are putting this on a salad. So. All right. This is done just the way we like it. Take a look down inside of there. You can kind of see the cream cheese peeking through there. I'll scrape it in this bowl because I want to be able to mix that some of that chocolate in. We're not going to use all of that, just about half of it. That's all it takes. Mix it in real good. Give it some fresh cocoa taste in it. Someone will think you whipped this frosting up from scratch when you didn't. I'm gonna add the rest to it. Hey, why not? I don't think you can have too much chocolate. Well, yeah, you can. You really can. But in this case, it's okay. And then what I'm going to do is once I finish mixing it, I'm going to stick it back on the stove a little bit, just so to soften up a little bit more so I can pour it over the cake. And then, in the same time, turn to the shrimps. Have the last of the shrimp on the stove. Let those cook for about a minute on that side. Flip it over again, and then it'll be done. In the meantime, I'm going to cut this pan back on because I'm going to use this to saute up those mushrooms, onions. So what I did was I took all the drippings from all of them and combined them all in one bowl. I see that my scallops are getting lost, so I'm going to have to fish them back out. Fire up and let it do its thing for a little bit, then we'll stir it. Okay, so excuse me if my hands are wet. I'm kind of doing a lot of everything. Trying to hurry to do the cake, trying to clean up. You know how that moment is when you do have guests coming to your house and you want them to see that you've cooked, but you don't want your house to be a mess either, or your kitchen to be a mess. So, trying to get the dishes done or whatever and all of that, but look. All I did was stick it up on the stove so to pick up some of that heat that's there. Mix it up real good. And then now I'm just gonna kind of gently pour it up there. The heat is gonna guide it down, so you don't have to panic. I'm gonna pour it up there like that. Remember, the cake is still hot, so I'm just gonna use my cake spatula that I'm about to grab in a second and spread it out, and then let it just kind of fall over the side as it may. Okay. Can you resist licking the spoon? I'm gonna taste it a little bit. Okay, so I got my cake spatula, and all I'm gonna do is just rub it over it. It'll fall on the sides how it wants to. If you want to guide it there a little bit, you can. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I see a lot fell on that side. So let's pull some over to this side. You can kind of take it and just work it around. It's not, you're not trying to frost the whole cake, so just kind of go around. It don't have to be neat, don't have to be pretty, don't have to be perfect. We'll work on some neat, pretty cakes in the future. So this one, we're just gonna do it like that. And it's done. Now I am not licking that. That's a bit much. I have here just a little bit of, this is actually heat that I ground up when I was making candied apples. And one day I'll show y'all how to make caramel apples with the heat on it. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some on top of here too. Yeah, it's chocolate. I know. Throw some on the side. Yes, splash, splash, splash. I was keeping this to figure out what I was going to use it for. Figured it out. Onions are nice and caramelized. The mushrooms are cooked. All I'm going to do now is that same marinade that I used, I'm going to drop it in here. I'm going to make sure that it gets nice and hot. 165 degrees to be correct, to make sure whatever in there is raw is cooked out. I'm not going to add any more seasonings or anything to it because it was well seasoned. This is going to be spooned over the seafood and dinner's done. I know it seemed like a lot, but it was well worth it. Trust me. Then take the scallops, toss it in here with the onions and mushroom mixture. Yeah, I think I fished them all out. There we go. Mix it in. That's it. And then, oh, gonna spoon it right in the center. And doesn't that look delicious? Not gonna spread it all the way over because not everyone's gonna want a bunch of mushrooms and peppers and whatnot. That way we can easily get to the salmon and shrimp. Okay, so everyone around here is ready to eat. So I need to do this and let them eat. But I wouldn't just, even though I don't particularly want to eat ahead of my guests, I don't want to send you away without actually seeing you, allowing you to see me taste it. That wouldn't be no fun. So I'm going to maneuver around it to make it look like I never touched it. So first, this plate I'm going to use for my salad. So put this over here. Push it out the way. Just a little bit. Not exactly salad tongs, but hey, we're working with what we got right now. Now I'm going to put some of this colorful tomato salad. Doesn't it look so delicious? Okay. I'm going to use one of these forks because I didn't grab a container for a spoon for taking up the salmon. So I'm going to take this little piece right here. Slide it out. Wait a minute, no, don't take that piece because that piece is gonna mess up the center. So I'm gonna take this piece on the edge. There we go. Got a little bit of mushroom, a little bit of onion. Put that up there, like so. Yeah, that's my dog. Take a little shrimp, put that there like so. And a scallop. Put that there like so. Hey, you plate it up however you feel like plating it up. Looks good to me. And then we just kind of work everything back around over here. Look, we ain't never touched it. It's fine. Okay, there's no way to hide that I cut the cake, but I'm gonna cut it anyway. So it is still a little warmer than I'd like it to be, but we're working with a little bit of time constraint here, so sliced it, and I'm gonna keep using this knife to pull it out. Ooh, don't go anywhere, cake. Don't go anywhere. Ooh-wee. Okay. Okay. Look at all that chocolatey goodness pouring out like lava. Now you see why I do it when it's warm. Okay, you caught me. I'm already eating a piece of cake. But okay. You already know this is going to be good. You already know this is going to be good. And you're not supposed to eat dessert before your food, but I had already started eating it, so. That's good. Very good. I'm just going to take a spoon of everything. Some salmon, some shrimp, and salad. And then I'm going to taste it. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Mmm. Okay. I just took a big mouthful. Mmm. Why you put the camera so close? Okay. That was really good. It's really good. We're fitting the chow down. I'm going to set my table up. Hey, you try it. Set your own table up. Do it the way you want to. You can do this garnish with some strawberries, some whipped cream, whatever it is. Try it out and let me know what you think. I'm sure you're going to love it. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to be making everybody else's plate.